Coming out next on this special edition of Columbus Connection, we have a hiring event for COs coming to you. Welcome to this special edition of Columbus Connection. I'm your host, Mariah Thomas, filled in for David Britt. Intruder alert, I know. When you see me, I'm here to talk about jobs, but on this special edition, we're talking about a hiring event. We're trying to hire some correctional officers. So here with me, I have the Warden, Herbert Walker, and I have the Senior Correctional Officer, Ms. Anna Landeris.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you for
How are you guys
inviting
doing
us.
today?
We're doing great.
All right, so what is happening on March 16th and why?
Okay, on March the 16th, we'll be having a hiring event at the facility, Muscogee County Prison. We spoke amongst each other and we thought it would be beneficial for us to have our own job fair where the applicants come into the facility. They know specifically that they're coming for a job at Muscogee County Prison. And we're going to have a team set up where they can come in the door. We can assist them with filling out the applications. We can give them all the information that they need, a list of the information that we need to get them in the system to start the application process. And we felt it was important to do something on site. It's to be the first time we've ever done something like that at the facility, and to engage the community, let them come in and meet our team and see what we're doing there, and give them a brief overview of the job description, and meet some of the staff at Muscogee County Prison.
Oh wow, that'll be cool. That'll
Yes,
be a cool
ma'am.
experience. So why should anyone be interested in becoming a Muscogee County Prison correctional officer?
We want to have a team building, family oriented facility where you come in, and from the moment you walk in the door, you'll be greeted. We'll treat you like staff already, and we'll make sure you have everything you need to begin your process and work through the process of becoming a correctional officer at the facility. Muscogee County Prison has a lot of moving parts. As you know, is the largest prison work camp in the state of Georgia. Um, we have inmates that work throughout the city on numerous details. You will see them out on the sanitation trucks. You'll see them out doing landscaping. They work at the recycle center. We have them at the golf courses all throughout the city, fire station, government center. So on average, we send out somewhere in excess of 250 inmates a day that's going out into the city and working on the work details. So in addition to that, we also operate the daily operations of the facility, where we also have the counts, and we have the feeding processes inside and outside, where the correctional officers, they take lead on those things. Without the correctional officers, the whole process wouldn't work. So it's important that we give them the needs that they have to make sure they're successful.
Right.
We also send them out to Forsyth for 5 weeks of basic correctional officers training, where they learn the basics. Correctional officers, they give them the tools that they need to be able to come back and be successful. Firearms, chemical agents, how to do count, how to do radio traffic, all of those uh, essential to the success of a correctional officer. So we found these times where, finding employees is a little bit challenging. We make sure that they have what they need, and we speak with them one-on-one to make sure that they're comfortable. And if there's something they need, we try to address it in the beginning of their careers.
Oh wow, that's really cool. And I'll tell you about the inmates working at the government center.
Yeah.
So my office is there, and on my first day, no one told me that there would be like a nice inmate to come in
Mhm.
and he would get the trash or something, or he would, just do what he needs to do,
Right,
bring us some soap, really nice.
right,
And I was at the front desk like, what do I do?
right, right.
But they do come. They're
Mhm.
they're very polite. They're always, "How you doing, ma'am?
Right.
I have on this outfit." It's like, "You have a nice dress, ma'am."
Mhm.
So polite. So I am very thankful for the correctional officers around.
Mhm.
You guys are all nice,
Right.
and everyone I talk to can vouch for that family
That's right.
oriented vibe. And
Right.
me and you, Anna, we are always at those hiring events.
Yeah. I go to the job fairs and I try to tell the candidates interested in becoming a correctional officer that the salary right now it's very attractive, very appealing. There is only a minimal requirement of a GED or a high school diploma,
Mhm.
so there is also no experience needed. So basically, yeah, for somebody that just graduated high school and they're thinking, what should I do with my life? That is a very good place to start. And it's a career. Like you can be a correctional officer and then move up to a sergeant position or to our third team, which is spectacular. One day you can become either the deputy warden of security or administration or even the warden. So there is, it's very hopeful to become a correctional officer.
Mhm.
So
Okay. And like, how do they start? So do they start as a correctional officer? So okay, say I'm coming to the hired event,
Mhm.
right? I'll be there,
mhm.
but I won't apply.
Yeah.
So I come there. When would I start? Would I start off as my title a correctional officer, or
Mhm.
or is it something else?
You would start off as a cadet. Once you're recommended for the position, we do the process and get you in the system. Generally, it takes between 2 to 3 weeks before you get your hiring date. And we'll put you on the schedule. You'll be assigned to a shift. And what we'll do is we'll give you the cadet status. If you come to the facility, you will see the cadets are dressed in the Muscogee County Prison blue BDU uniforms
Blue
because we
BDU.
just recently went to the new uniform, which is more agile, more attractive, and more update to what most other agencies are wearing. So that's another plus. Some of the feedback we got from the correctional officers on the uniforms. And you would be in the cadet status, and we reach out to the academy in Forsyth to get you scheduled for training, which is the 5 weeks of training that I mentioned earlier. Once you graduate from the basic correctional officers training, they have a huge graduation, which we normally, one of the uh, supervisory staff, myself, or the deputy wardens would attend. And just so the officers would see that we're in tune with what they're doing and we support them and we appreciate them sacrificing being away from their families for those 5 weeks and going through that training. So you come in, you get hired, you be on cadet status until you go get your basic correctional officer certification. And then you come back as a certified officer. You'll get your new uniforms and we'll put you on the shift.
Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
we put you on a shift and we'll assign you to a field training officer. So you still have that senior person that's going to be with you for a few weeks to show you the right way to do things, show you how to fill out the facility paperwork, documentation, and just get them off on the right start.
Cool. So what I think about when you say cadet, I think about Disney Channel Cadet Kelly.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
is it like that, the training and things?
Nah, somewhat, but
Somewhat.
not really.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, so what are your goals for this event? And if anyone is interested in doing something ahead of time, what are some things that they can do to prepare?
Okay, so to prepare after they apply, then we're gonna need some paperwork, which includes their birth certificate, their high school diploma, their transcripts, a copy of their driver's license, a social security, and a 7-year driver's license history. Um, Once we have all of the paperwork, we will review it, of course, and then we can conduct an interview. And if you do get hired 2 weeks later, after we do all the background check and all of that, you can start within 2 weeks.
So what is it like? What is the environment working at the prison?
Okay, so they have to keep in mind that a prison can be challenging,
Mhm.
but it is not a hard or unsafe because we're gonna have your back, and we expect, of course, you to have ours. So we're basically a family,
Mhm.
and
Right. Like your experienced senior correctional officer as
Mhm.
yourself,
mhm.
you'll probably like what, take them under your wing and then,
Yes.
Yeah.
let them
Yes,
know.
absolutely. We also have a field training officer in on each shift that they're exactly going to take you under their wing, and they're going to show you what to do, what not to do,
Right.
teach you, prepare you for the academy, and you'll hear all these stories of when you go to the academy. But it's fine.
Right.
It's fun.
Yeah. And
Cool.
we encourage the applicants to go on the city's website, columbusga.org, and apply. And before you come in on March the 16th, we'll already have you in the system, most likely. But like I said, on that date, we will have computers set up for anyone who wants to attend to come in and actually apply uh, that day. So I've been in corrections now for 25 years. I started as a correctional officer in 1998. It's a long time ago.
That's two.
1998, and this was in Virginia where I started off at. I did most of my tenure was in private corrections. Never had an intention on being a correctional officer. One of my best friends kind of uh, made a little wager with me that I would be too afraid to apply to work at the prison system. And here I am 25 years later,
The warden.
the warden at Muscogee County Prison, based on one of my best friends challenging me. And I still to this day give him the praise for changing my life, basically, giving
Wow.
me something to look forward to. So I don't forget those times and what it felt like walking into a pod or a dorm when I first started, and to have other officers there telling you what to do, what you needed to do, and having the proper training, and having people follow up, not just to tell you about the job, but just to also ask you how you doing, how's your
Right.
day going. When you tuned in with your staff, you know when they're having a rough day, a rough time, or something is on their mind. And living through the last few years with COVID and having to deal with all those issues, if you didn't, or if you weren't tuned in with your staff and your processes and your operation, you potentially lost a lot of people. So
Mhm.
we don't want to lose anyone. We want to attract folks and we want to keep them. And so we're hoping that during this event, they'll come up, show out, and we'll be waiting for you. We're going to have refreshments. We may have balloons to make sure everybody know where we are, and we want to make a big deal out of it. So we only have 12 positions,
Mhm.
and so I really want to fill them quickly with some good people. But um, everybody that comes, we're going to make sure they get special attention and interview them. So
Good, good. And I'll tell you my goal for this hiring event. I want all those positions filled.
right,
I want
absolutely,
everyone to leave with a conditional offer,
right.
and again, have to have that high school diploma,
Hmm.
have to have their driver's license, the social security card,
Hmm.
the 7-year driving history
Record,
of
right.
all the states that you've driven
Yes, that's
in.
correct.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and they can actually go ahead and go to the DOL. What is it?
They can go to the DMV.
DMV.
Yes,
Right.
the a
Motor vehicle.
center
Hmm.
vehicle center,
Mm-hmm.
and ask for one. I believe it's about $5, but it's
$5.
a quick process. They'll give it to you within 10 minutes,
Hmm.
and it'll serve you for us and to have it in your record
Right, right. And
with
then
you.
your point about your friend telling you to come. I know that you guys have been sharing the flyer
Yes,
to your coworkers.
Mhm.
So if your friend is
hmm,
telling you come to this hiring
that's
event,
right. Please
you
come.
might become the warden.
Please come.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So one more question. I'm gonna give you guys one more question. So what are you guys expecting of the candidates on that day of the hiring event and after their first day? So on the hiring event, is there a particular way they should dress, or how should they present themselves?
Hmm.
And then after their first day, what will be their expectations, if not the same?
So we're going to invite them to come, and we ask that they, be presentable, business casual. No shorts, um, uh, the way you want to be perceived as if we were going to be taking your identification card that day.
Mhm.
So that's how we want everyone to be presented. Um, but if you have to wear jeans and a polo, that's all you have. We're not going to turn anyone away. We understand that everyone deserves the same chance, and we're going to give it to them. So we're going to be there waiting. Um, I'm going to be there greeting staff along with my administrative team. Administrative team is going to be there to walk them through the whole process, and we're going to have the tables and the booths set up, whatever we need to do to fill these 12 positions. We also in the request stages of hiring part-time uh, officers at the facility. Something that I'm working on that I have to request, but we're looking at hiring somewhere between 10 to 15 part-time officers who will be able to get up to 29 hours a week um, with a pretty good salary. I'm not going to quote it, but we're going to look at attracting some of those officers that do have their certification, that have retired, and or former law enforcement officers, former military that want to continue working. They can actually come to MCP if I can get it approved to help us fill those voids. So our plan is to make sure everyone comes to work and be safe. And at the end of your shift, you're able to go home and spend time with your family. So that's our goal.
Oh, and that's very important. Being able to have family time because, like, working as a doctor or something, sometimes they're not able to have much time with their family. And
Right.
then you guys are a family. Each
Right.
of our departments, I would say, is like a family. So,
Yes,
yes.
definitely. We're a big family at MCP. And like I said, we have each other's back. They have mine, I have theirs. And we spend 8 hours every day together. So, yes, we become like a big family and we just take care of each other.
Great, great. So, is there anything else you want to tell everyone
Well, I
before we go?
just would like to add, and I would be remiss not mentioning that the city of Columbus has definitely, since I've been here in this position for 15 months, um, everything that we have asked for at their facility that make the operation better, to make sure we're operating more modern, more efficient. The city council, the mayor, the city manager, assistant city manager, um, human resources, Ms. Hollowell, the whole entire team has been nothing but supportive of me coming in as a new warden, as the facility addresses um, challenges that we've had in the past. And I can only say that they've been 100% supportive. And I just wanted to make sure that I expressed that when I had the opportunity to.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want to point out, I didn't say it this time. I didn't say that we were the place to work. I didn't say it this time. That's proof. We are the
Right.
employer of choice.
Right.
So there you
Appreciate
go, guys. So thank you guys for coming
it.
and
Thank you for
talking with me
having us.
today.
We really appreciate it. March the 16th.
March the 16th.
Yeah,
So we're
we're
going to
looking
say it
forward
one
to it.
time. If you are looking for a job, if you don't know what you want to do, you just have your high school diploma. If you're looking to become a cadet, you can apply online at governmentjobs.com/careers/ColumbusGA. You can call 311 and ask to speak with me, and I'll be able to tell you, run down everything if I need to again with you over the phone. And also, look out for March 16th, the hiring event at 7175 Sacerdote Lane, Columbus, Georgia, of course. See you then.